Hey Chiefs Kingdom, a new week begins, and with it comes hot rumors about possible roster cuts. Before we dive into today's topic, I want to test your knowledge with a trivia question. Who was the Chiefs player who led the team in rushing yards in the 1969 season? Leave your answer in the comments, and at end of the video, I'll tell you if got it right. Now, let's talk business. The Kansas City Chiefs may be about to open up some salary cap space, which means some players could be cut. Want to know who's on the hot seat? Stay with me until and because there are some surprises on the radar. The Kansas City Chiefs enter offseason with approximately $762 million in cap space, according to overtcap.com. That seems reasonable, but when you factor in the contracts that need to be renewed, things get tight. The franchise tag on Trey Smith plus attempts to retain Nick Bolton and Justin Reed could eat up a lot of that money quickly. On top, we still have to deal with the contracts of the rookies from draft and potential signings in free agency. That's why freeing up cap space is essential to keep the team competitive and strengthen areas that need improvement. If the Chiefs make some strategic cuts, they could save up to $25 million, but the big question is who's on the roster today. We're going to look at the top candidates to be cut, see how much each move could free up in the cap, and discuss whether it's really worth letting these players go. And before anyone asks, no, we're not talking about Travis Kelce. Let's put an absurd rumor to rest once and for all. The Chiefs are not cutting Travis Kelce, even with his hefty salary. Kelce remains a key player in Kansas City offense. His delivery on and off the field is priceless, and Patrick Mahomes certainly doesn't want to lose his favorite target. Plus, Kelce isn't retiring now. Yes, he's 34, but still playing at a high level and has the gas for at least another season or two. If the Chiefs want to continue dominating the NFL, Kelce needs to be on the team. So if you've seen any reports suggesting the team might cut him, ignore that idea completely. Now let's talk about players whose days in Kansas City may actually be numbered. Joe Thuney is one of the best guards in the NFL, but his contract is a significant cap hit in 2025. His will be $27 million, which is very high for an offensive lineman. If the Chiefs decide to cut him, they could save $16 million, which would provide significant financial relief. However, Thuney is still playing at a very high level and has demonstrated versatility, even playing left tackle in times of need. Cutting him would be a huge risk to Mahomes' protection, especially without a clear option to replace his quality on the offensive line. The smartest solution would be a contract extension, which would allow him to reduce his impact on the cap without losing his talent. This maneuver could free up around $12 million while retaining one of the most consistent players on the roster. What do you think? Cut or extend Thuney? Leave your comments. This one hurts to say, but let's be realistic. Sky Moore came to the Chiefs with high expectations, but he simply didn't deliver anything that justified his second-round pick. He failed to establish himself as a reliable receiver and also disappointed as a punt returner. If the Chiefs decide to cut him, they would save $1.5 million. It may not seem like much, but sometimes making room in the squad for another more productive player is worth more than just the financial savings. Truth is that after 2 seasons without impact, there is no longer any justification for keeping him in the squad. This could be one of the most certain cuts of this off-season. What do you think? Is it still worth giving Sky Moore another chance, or is it past time to say goodbye? Type Y if you think so, and if you think he deserves another chance. Joshua Williams has had his ups and downs in 2024, but the cornerback position requires depth. With Jahan Watson out injured for part of the season, Williams got his chance to show his worth. While he wasn't spectacular, still has room for improvement. If the Chiefs cut Williams, they could save $3 million. That money could be helpful, but is it worth losing a young player who can still develop? Considering the importance of the cornerback position, it may be a better option to keep Williams and invest in his development. What about you, Chiefs Kingdom? If we could only keep one Joshua Williams or Leo Chenal, type JW for Williams and LC for Chenal. Here's a rumor that makes no sense at all. Some people are suggesting that the Chiefs could cut Leo Chenal, but that would be a disastrous decision. He's been one of the most solid linebackers on the Rocky R and continues to improve year after year. Cutting him would save $3.5 million, but it would leave the linebacker position even more fragile, especially with the uncertainty surrounding Nick Bolton. If Bolton doesn't resign, losing Chenal would also mean a huge hole on defense. The Chiefs should hold on to Chenal and perhaps extend his contract in the future. He plays a key role in defensive system and has yet to reach his full potential. Do you agree, or you think cutting Chenal makes sense? If the Chiefs follow through on this list of cuts, they could save up to $25 million in cap space. That means the team will have more flexibility to resign key players, seek new signings in free agency, and even secure space for draft picks. With more money available, the team can focus on positions of need such as wide receiver, offensive line, and pass rush. Remember that Mahomes needs more weapons on offense, and freeing up cap space could allow for a strategic signing to help him. What would you do in the Chiefs' shoes? Who would you cut and who would keep? Comment below. Now let's get to the Answer to the trivia of day player who led the Chiefs in rushing yards in the 1969 season was Mike Garrett. Did anyone get it right? If so, comment I knew it. If not, no problem. Now you can impress your friends with this historical information. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any news about the Kansas City Chiefs turn on bell, because the offseason promises to be insane and we'll cover it all here. Thank you so much.